Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Jeannie Ellis, also known as Scrapbooking Memo. With the Christmas season nearing, let's get festive with some DIY gift ideas which you can make at home. I'll be featuring an idea and also giving away my creation to one lucky winner. Each participant in this hop will specify if their giveaway is US or international. My giveaway is open to the US. To enter, you must leave a comment by November 28th, and you remember to see the description box below for the next person who is participating in this hop. Now keep watching to see what you could win and to get a unique DIY gift idea that you can try yourself. All the rules and everything, prizes, everything you need to know will be in the description box below. So be sure you check that out. And happy crafting! Okay, I am back to start in on my project. And what I'm going to do is make some ATC cards. I've already got some ATC cards done, cut out that is, the chipboards. These are 2.5 by 3.5. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and decorate them. And the first thing I want to do, of course, though, is I've got these tags that came from a kit called from a company called Stamperia. And I don't remember the name of this, but this was like in my stash from last year. So it may not be available anyway, but I like to use up my stash when I can. And if I do find the link for it, I'll put it in the description box below. So here I have some scraps of paper. I've got this one. It's got two different sides to it. I may use that side. But because these are tags that was in that stash that I cut out, and they don't cover the whole chipboard, I am going to layer a background on the bottom of them. And I think that would look a lot better. So in order to do that, on each one, I'm going to cut out 2.5 by 3.5 sizes. So I'll do that and I'll be back. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I cut out these for the front of the ATCs for the background front. And then I cut these out, and I was rethinking a little bit because I had brought this paper out and forgot. Here it was right under there and I forgot. But I was thinking about putting maybe some of this on the background. I can always use those other pieces for another time. Okay, so I have now got those three pieces cut for the backgrounds. So I am going to use this tacky glue. It's a quick dry by Aleene's. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's a quick glue or quick dry glue, but yet it'll give me enough room to work with it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And sometimes with ATC cards, you never know. You might cover up something once you start doing your decoration and everything. You might cover up more of what you thought you were going to, but the end result is what matters. Oops, and I totally forgot to do what I was supposed to be doing. There we go. No wonder it didn't work. So even though I cut these out at 2.5 by 3.5, sometimes you might have a little bit of a overhang, and I'm not sure why, but sometimes that happens. You know, you may just have a slight overhang, and you can adjust it as much as possible with the wet glue, which is why I like it, but you just take your scissors and trim it out. No problem with that. I don't like to have overhangs. You would think that because you're using a trimmer that's going to cut out at the same spot, but apparently not always. Kind of angle your scissors a little bit so it'll work better. Okay, so I've got that part done. I'm going to go ahead and glue everything together, the front and the back on each piece. I'm going to go ahead and do that, put them all together, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've got all three done, and I thought I had made a mistake on one, so I tore off the cover or the piece, and I thought I had put it upside down. They both have to be right side up, and I took it off and discovered, well, it wasn't wrong side up. So anyway, I had to re-glue that and put it back in, but that's okay. Mistakes happen. So now I've got these three pieces ready to do what I need to do with them next. And I'm going to get my distress ink, and I'm going to distress the edges of them. Okay, now I've got my ink daubers out. I put them in this little case. I think it's made for beads, but it's perfect for my little daubers. And I've got some distress oxide ink, and this is walnut stain. And let's see, here it is. So I'm going to take it, and I kind of wish I had done the edge inside here. This one didn't need it, but this one needed it. This one didn't. But I'm just going to go ahead and do what I can, because sometimes I forget what I want to do, or I don't think about it until it's too late. So anyway, on to inking it. And I can't do that left-handed. Some things I can do left-handed, some things I have to do right-handed. So I'm just going to kind of edge it along here too, and that already gives it a better look to it. I hope you can see that. See that, how it's got that darkness there? It gives it some more depth. And tinking it. And I didn't want to use the black soot on this. I think walnut stain is probably my favorite to use. Oh my, it looks so much better already. Okay, so I have distressed them with my ink oxides. And let's see if I can. Okay. And they came out really good. I like it. And this one, like I said, did have a little edge distress look to it. But I figured I'd go ahead and put the other one after all. And I like it. So it came out good as far as that goes. So my next step is to do how I want to decorate or something else. I may do something different. So I'll be back. After I had put them together, I did a gold deco pen. Let's see. Deco Color Premium Color, Gold Color. I did the edge of that. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there we go. I just did it in gold, and I thought that would look really pretty. I mean, I had distressed it and everything, but that gold just kind of brought it out. So then I went and put the first one that I did with the birds, I put it into a frame. And because the pieces that came with the frame, it was too it wouldn't hold this piece in very good, and so it would fall out, and of course I didn't want that. So I took some chipboard and cut them down to, let's see, a 2 1/4 by 3 is what I did. I cut these two, and they were a medium density, and I glued them together. Now my issue with the second one was that for some reason it just wasn't fitting into this frame, even though the first one fit just fine. And I got them all at the same place, so that means I'm going to have to get another frame to replace this one, because I've just about, beat it up on the back of it, and I'm not going to give that to someone. So, but anyway, it would not fit, even though it was the same as the other, fixed the same way. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you how I got this together. And the first thing I'm going to do is uncover this. I'll take it out. And I'm hoping this frame seems like it might be in better shape than what the other one was anyway. And I need to learn to look better at them instead of just taking advantage of that. So I'm taking all this apart, of course. I'm opening it up. I'm going to slide this out. And I'm getting rid of this foam piece right here because it's too big. And also I'm taking out this sheet here that came with it. That's, no good to me. Might be to somebody else, but not to me. So then the next thing I did, I went ahead and I glued, let's see, this was a 3 1/2 by 5. Yes, 3 1/2 by 5. I took a sheet of paper the same size, and I glued this backing of the frame. And I use a liquid glue instead of adhesive like a tape runner, because this way I can work with it just a little bit. And I went ahead and slid it onto the backing because this is going to be my background. Now I'm hoping this will fit better than that second one did. It fit great with the first one. I mean, I was very disappointed that, it messed up like that, because I'm like, I am not going to give that to somebody. My followers deserve better than that. Okay, so now I have that on there. The next thing I need to do is center this, because it's a little bit smaller than this. It's a 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. And so, needless to say, this is going to be in the center, basically in the center. And I approximately measured an inch on both sides, approximately. So that's what I'm going to do. I am not using hot glue again because of the fact I want to give it some leeway to move. And now I centered this on, and I want to make sure that this is the same direction as what this is, because I don't want to glue it upside down. So then I take this piece here, and I'm going to attach it to the chipboard. And like I said, I'm hoping it will fit. If it doesn't, I have to go to plan B. Oops, my glue stuck there. And I'm not gluing it on the back of the paper. I'm gluing it on the chipboard because I don't need all of that back glued. So this will tell me how much I've got on there, that I'm not over gluing. Okay, so now, and the ruler is to help give me an approximate there, and to help me be as even as possible. I'm going to let this set a little bit longer, and I'll be right back. Okay, I finally got the third one done, the one that I was working on in the video. Of course, I got it all glued together and the pieces together that I put inside. Now, something I want to tell you is that on the other two frames, oops, get a hold of it there. On the other two frames, I used two pieces of the chipboard that I showed you in the earlier part of the video, but I, for some reason, could not do it. This is actually the third one. I could not, for the life of me, get the two pieces to put together. Uh, to, I know what I'm trying to say, to fit into the frame. When I put the two pieces of chipboard on the back, it just would not work. And I don't know why. Have no idea, but this one slides out so easily, and I'm concerned about that. And now, once you stand it up, it'll work. However, I'm probably going to work on that and see what I can do to fix that. But the two pieces on that would not work. So, the thing of it is, the tips I want to give to you today for this, I love this project, but what tip I want to give you today is that you want to make sure that your chipboard or whatever piece of cardboard or whatever you put instead of chipboard, you can put inside. Just make sure you test it first. And when I tested this one for the two pieces of chipboard, it just would not work. And the foam that came with it, this piece here, was too wide and it was still wouldn't work. So I ended up with one chipboard and it still has that shadow, that 3D look to it, but it's still wanting to slide. So I may have to do something else and kind of just glue that piece in or something. So, but anyway, that's what you need to check on it. Just make sure that the depth is not too much or too so thick that you can't slide it in easily. So there are ways to fix that, and I am pretty pleased with this project. Um, Another thing that I want to tell you too is that be sure you check your frames, that they're in good shape when you buy them, because if not, you'll end up with something that's, I don't know if you can see it or not, but see all the waves to it? I tried my best to get that piece in there with the two chipboards and it would not work. And then, see, I can't even get it out of there now, and it doesn't have anything in it. But the edge of the cardboard of this piece here, the back, was so torn up, and I'm not going to give that away to anybody. That wouldn't be right. I want to give to you my best. So here is ATC card set that are in frames, and really it's an easy project to do. Just make sure that and I'm sorry about that, but just make sure that you don't, uh, if you don't want the 3D effect, it's going to fit a lot better, of course. But if you want the 3D effect in there, then make sure it's going to fit before you do the gluing down. Otherwise, you'll have to tear everything apart, and that won't be fun. So thank you for watching. Be sure you check out the next YouTube hopper and creator, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Many blessings.